Subscribe.
Ben Grant grew up in a family that didn't have much money, but he always got by. Sometimes his classmates would have the newest iPhones, but he never did. Still, he never went without the things he needed. His dad worked in the police force, and his mum worked part-time in the tax office. Both his parents never brought home a combined income of more than £45,000, about $68,000. That was normal in Sunderland, England, the working-class town where Ben grew up. Kids like Ben were taught to have an employee mentality. Go to school, get a job, and show up every day. Early on, Ben knew he didn't want to settle for average. He finished school at 16 and started working in a call centre for minimum wage. That was Ben's first exposure to sales. He realised that with sales, he could be in control of his own payslip at the end of the month. Thanks to commissions, there was no cap on what Ben could earn. His income was directly tied to how hard he worked. Ben worked hard and saved to have $1 million in the bank. As soon as he started making money, he reinvested it in himself. He did sales courses and seminars, which made him better and better with this skill set. Soon, he was headhunted by companies that did business-to-business B2B sales. Many people in his town made £30,000, about $38,000. But people in B2B sales made 10 times that. He wanted to be them. Ben worked methodically to get big paychecks and save his money. It's like going to the gym. When you show up every day, you don't see the small changes. But when you look back at progress photos of where you started, there's a dramatic difference. Last year, Ben had $1 million in liquid assets in the bank. That was surreal. He was only 24. Even before Ben became a millionaire, he noticed that people started treating him differently. Suddenly, the popular crowd, who never paid attention to him in school, started inviting him out. Once he was there, they expected him to pay. Ben prefers to keep to himself. Ben has one small Instagram account for family and friends, but otherwise, he does not spend time on social media. In the small city he lived in, he stood out because of his financial success at such a young age. He didn't like that, and he didn't want to be treated differently because of his wealth. So earlier this year, Ben moved to Dubai. He can blend in more easily. The city is very focused on entrepreneurship, so it's a great networking opportunity too. But there's also peace of mind in knowing he's a small fish in a very big pond here. Ben drives a modest car and still has bad days at work. Although Ben lives in Dubai, he's not driving a Lamborghini or living in a mansion on the Palm. He recently bought a 2018 Range Rover for about $20,000. It's a nice car that gets me from point A to point B, that's all I need, he said. Ben has learned that having money doesn't necessarily change your level of happiness. Yes, there's a sense of security, but his still has had days. Ben has a 2-year-old son with a previous girlfriend back in England, and money has complicated his relationship with his mother. Sometimes, he's bored with sales and wonder whether he's doing the right thing with his life. The main issue Ben faces is the expectation of high performance. He puts a strain on himself mentally to always do better, whether trying to earn more, help more people, or be a better partner. He can be quite hard on himself, and he's had to learn to prioritize his mental health. Ben recently got engaged, but he's not planning a flashy wedding. Luckily, the people closest to Ben treat him the same as they always have. His parents wouldn't care if he was a millionaire or had pennies to his name. They just want Ben to be happy. But it's nice to offer them some support. Recently, he helped his dad start a passion project after he had to take early retirement from the police because of a medical issue. Ben's greatest asset is his fiancée. She has a similar background to him. In the past, he dated women who were in it for the money, and his fiancée couldn't be more different. People expect they have a grand wedding. Someone told him he should charter a private jet for the bachelor party. Those comments make Ben think people just want to come to be a part of this event, not to actually support him. Ben suspects they're just going to elope, which is more their style.
Subscribe!